This is Renee, and this topic is in reference to lawyers. I never thought I would ever need a lawyer, but years ago when my husband got really sick and bad, we hired a lawyer. And the thing about that is, it's true what it says in the Bible that my people perish from lack of knowledge. So if you're not aware of lawyers, what they can do, how they do it, you can actually basically get ripped off. I would basically say learn who you're hiring and make sure that this person is well represented, so that they can represent you well. The first time that I hired a lawyer for my husband, the worst thing that I ever did was gave away evidence that I thought these people would, maintain for us and speak on our behalf, and told me in about a few more months, we'll get your case started, and I believe you have a case. I mean, they were sincere, they was real. It's the first time I hired one on my husband's behalf, so I was excited about it because the medicine that was given to my husband wasn't for an abscess for the tooth, it was really for acne. So that was my proof that this dentist had given my husband the wrong medication, and because of that, the lesions that grew on the brain from the abscess grew, and it caused a lot of problems. They put him in the hospital for 10 weeks. So while the lawyers was monitoring our case, I assumed I was monitoring and praying to God that my husband would get better. And so I waited, I think, periodically, and started calling to say, okay, what's happening with our case? Oh, it's going fine. It's doing this, it's doing that. But cases like this take a long time. So I listened to him and I said, how long are we talking about? Are we talking about more than a year? It could take a couple of years, but don't worry, we're taking care of your case. So about maybe a year and a few months, I got in touch with this lawyer that we hired for our case, because they said we had one, that we don't have to pay the lawyers until they get a settlement. And once they get a settlement, they give it to us. So assuming that that was the appropriate thing to do, I patiently waited. But once my patience went down a little bit, I called them and found out the paralegal that took the bottle and medication no longer worked at this law firm. And whoever this lawyer was that we hired had the nerve to tell me that he didn't even know who I was, even though this lawyer called me in the middle of the night asking more information about my husband's case, how long he was in the hospital, what was the effect of the medicine, is he better, did it get worse? Of course it got worse, it was the wrong medication. And I had this lawyer's personal private phone number, and was still told, oh, I don't know you, maybe you can hire another lawyer because I don't remember getting anything from you. Of course, I filed with the state and mentioned to them that this lawyer, I believe, ripped us off and received the settlement out of court because we had given all this information. So now they're asking me, okay, where's the medicine? Where's this? I got all the proof that I had the medicine, but there was no proof that I turned in all of this information to the paralegal to turn in to the lawyer. And I was so hurt because I put so much trust and faith, which it should have been in God and not him, to get this settlement and stuff going and settled. And that didn't work out. So I tried to hire another lawyer on the same matter and was told that the 2-year limit of statute, you have 2 years to file if you feel like someone has done you wrong, and our statute of limitations was up, so no other lawyer wouldn't take the case. And so I filed with the state to put in a complaint against the lawyer I hired the first time, and thought they would be on my side. But how can you be on my side when the lawyer that I feel ripped me and my husband off hired a lawyer to defend him, and he actually won the case? So since then, I've had other incidences with 3 other lawyers that I felt was very necessary and very needed, especially from what happened to my mom when she died back in 2002. And I kept a hold of the information. I signed the appropriate papers. I said, I'm not giving my evidence away until I know for certain you people are going to do this case. Here we go again. Yes, I'm going to do your case. You got a case. We're going to file for you and all that. And had the same stuff repeated to me, even though I had the proof written down. So I was fed up. There was a case that God allowed me to fight myself that was pending for like almost 5 years, but I never gave up and I didn't hire a lawyer. And thank God, because I used the evidence myself, kept the evidence myself, submitted in the evidence myself with copies and proof. I got a settlement back for someone that I care about, and it all went to me and my family. So sometimes you have to be careful about who you hire, especially those that said they're willing to not accept a payment from you until they win the case. There is a such thing as settlements out of court. I can't prove it. There's no important facts to it. All I know is it's happened to me more than one time, and I think after a couple of times of it not working, that doesn't work. I can't speak for those that pay for the lawyers up front. I'm not sure because I've never had enough money to pay lawyers up front. Well, I guess I did on a divorce, and I never got that divorce. And this lawyer said, "Go ahead and report it to the state. I don't care." I guess he's used to that, and he realizes that's not gonna help you. So sometimes you gotta fight for yourself. Keep your evidence. Don't give away your evidence until these people prove that they're gonna fight their case. That case, whatever that case may be, for you. Do not hand over your proof without a witness or somebody to sign and say, okay, I gave this person this, I gave that person that, because a lot of us can get ripped off doing that. I'm not saying all lawyers are bad. It's just a few of them that I ran into that were. Take care, and I hope that helped you. And I'll talk